The instability of our climate is by now undeniable. The contamination of land for unfettered resource extraction is increasing at an extreme scale. The inequality between rich and poor is widening. Extinction. Famine. Civil war. When we glimpse today's suffering, we ask despairingly, where on earth do we begin? The magnitude of our crises can so easily overwhelm us. Apathy and despair take hold. We feel helpless and insignificant. Where on earth do we begin?
I remember being young and always thinking that there had to be something more.
For a lot of years, it was really hard for me because I felt really disconnected to what I valued.
I felt this sense of despair and burnout and just felt a bit overwhelmed.
We dammed the rivers, we poisoned the earth and the sky.
There's a disconnection or some sense of separation that people feel between themselves and the natural world.
More and more people are coming to understand our disconnection from it. And that, I think, is what's driving this movement, if you wish, to come back to the land.
In our pursuit of progress on a finite planet, not all can survive. Alas, we have created and uphold a world of opposition. Nation opposes nation. Farmer must compete with farmer. Water against oil. It is relation against relation. And in response to the knowledge we now have that our earth and its creatures are dying, we further oppose each other, even with good intent to protect those we hold dear. But it doesn't need to be this way. Our social, political, environmental, and economic ills are connected, all symptoms of a deeper spiritual and cultural need. We all suffer because we are disconnected from each other, other life forms, our lands, and within ourselves.
We, as a species, so understand what it is the earth can do for us, what it can give to us, what it can provide for us, and what few of us seem to understand or comprehend, and even fewer are willing to do anything about, is to see what the earth requires of us.
I remember telling my parents I always wanted to work on a farm, not really knowing what that really entailed, but I just loved that idea of being part of nature.
As I've lived here longer, I've noticed that it's kind of less connected than we would expect. And so I had to make the conscious effort to join groups, to take a conversation one step further than just hello and goodbye.
My parents have this garden in the backyard. I really have been wanting to learn how to grow vegetables. And so I started digging up a little allotment plot in our backyard and getting a couple friends together every now and then and planting things, and I felt so much healing from all of that kind of despair and stuff just purely through digging up weeds. And through that I've got to know my neighbors because I know nothing about vegetables or any form of garden maintenance. So I've been going around and asking people who are all out in their gardens all the time, and I've just met so many people through it.
That's sort of what we're doing on this farm, is to try to reconnect people with the natural world through their food. It's just sad to see land so close to ours that's just being destroyed.
If, then, disconnection is the root of our crises, then any act of reconnection is a global act of peacemaking and healing. Now is the time to recognize ourselves in each other and our lands, the commonplace of which we are made and to which we all belong. This story has no antagonists. This is everyone's story. It's my story, your story, our story. It's the story of place and all place holds.
And so I kind of made the realization that we'll always need to have people doing these jobs, and I can still be in that corporate environment and reconnect in other ways.
Just this weird thing, like as soon as you feel connected to a place, I think all of a sudden you want to pick up the garbage.
If people don't feel connected to something, if they don't feel like they're part of something, then they have no emotional connection to what happens to it.
Because it is here for us to take from, but we also need to be conscious of giving back.
Let us begin. Begin by being present in our place. For when we are present, we begin to know our place. And when we know it, we begin to fall in love with it. And when we love it, we come to know how to care for it. And when we care for it, we belong. Any act is absolutely globally significant, and it's this kind of revaluing of ordinary life. It's radically mundane, as it should be.